Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather updates from the First Alert Desk. We've got some good news out of Jacksonville, where Jacksonville police along with Onslow County deputies are going for a bit of a run. Jacksonville police officers Chief Gerard Phelps and Onslow County deputies got together today at around 8 a.m. for the annual Law Enforcement Torch Run, which benefits the Special Olympics of North Carolina. Jacksonville police began the relay run at the Department of Public Safety, running down NC 24 before passing the torch to the Onslow County Sheriff's Department for the fourth leg at Piney Green Road. Every summer, law enforcement officers carry the flame of hope across the state in the Torch Run final leg, which kicks off the Special Olympics North Carolina Summer Games. Jacksonville officers will be representing their department at the last leg of the race on May 30th in Raleigh at Carter Finley Stadium. The 2,000-mile relay involves more than 200 law enforcement agencies across the state. The Special Olympics North Carolina is a nonprofit organization that helps athletes with intellectual disabilities compete in year-round programs in 20 different sports and activities. Big round of applause to the Jacksonville Police as well as the Onslow County Sheriff's Office. Big stuff there. All of it good. Now we do need to bring you again some unfortunate news as a family has been displaced in Greenville after a house fire claimed their home as of, I believe this was yesterday. Now, according to the Greenville Fire and Rescue, crews were called to the fire at 1305 Cedar Lane at around 8:30 p.m. last night. Despite battling the flames, fire officials say the home suffered significant damage and is a total loss. 2 adults, a child, and 3 pets were displaced and are being assisted by the Red Cross at this time. Now, officials say the cause of the fire appears to be accidental. Now we want to turn our attention to your weather forecast, where again we are monitoring some passing clouds today, but rain chances certainly not where they were yesterday today. Rain chances today set up at about a 20% chance, and that is really more focused towards the coast, specifically the Albemarle Sound as well as the Outer Banks. That's where I think we have our best chance of possibly seeing some rain showers showing up later on this afternoon and evening. But right now, here's a look at what we've got going on across the southeastern United States. Area of low pressure right now swirling over northern Ohio, kind of around the Cleveland area. That low is still strong enough to, again, swing a little bit of some instability into eastern North Carolina. I think if we are to see any rain showers come down, again, it's going to be for the areas that are experiencing a little bit of that higher humidity, which we'll get to your dew points coming up here in just a few moments. But again, do note that where's most of the cloud cover right now? On your screen, you're seeing most of the cloud cover over eastern North Carolina. Well, if you answer it off the coast, 10 points for you. You win this round. But over land right now, it looks like most of that cloud cover is really trying to congregate on the northern side of certainly Highway 264, but even Highway 64, and really kind of coalescing around the Albemarle Sound. That's where we have the highest humidity. Air temperatures right now generally in the low to mid 70s, a few areas right now into the upper 70s. Swan Quarter and Elizabeth City specifically coming in right now at 77 degrees. We're seeing 75 in Washington, Oriental, and Jacksonville, 74 in Manteo, as well as Hatteras and even Edenton, 72 currently in Goldsboro, Kinston, and Greenville. Currently, the coldest spot on the map is still Roanoke Rapids at 66 degrees. But again, highlighting the humidity. Where is the highest amount of moisture? Right now around the Albemarle Sound and the Outer Banks. That's where we're seeing dew points generally in the mid to low 60s. We've got 65-degree dew point in Edenton, 64 in Plymouth, 66 in Manteo, 67 in Stumpy Point. So there is certainly some humidity there, and that's why, again, I do think we're going to be seeing a better opportunity for rain in those areas around the Albemarle Sound and over the Outer Banks later on today because of that higher humidity. Now, over the past 24 hours, inland areas have really seen that humidity fall. You're going to have a tougher time trying to get rain out of a dry air mass. It's difficult to do, not completely impossible. But with this setup that we have today, certainly you're going to be wise to bet against the rain throughout most of eastern North Carolina. Now, currently winds coming in out of the west to southwest. Wind speeds right now fairly mild, looking around 3 to 7 mile per hour winds for many inland areas. As you get closer to the water, 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained breeze. Strongest wind right now, Elizabeth City, 14 miles an hour. Hatteras right now, 5 mile per hour breeze. So certainly not the windiest of days, which, you know what, we'll take it. We'll take it. But I want to give you guys a look at what we should see this time of year in terms of average temperatures. Normally, this time of year, we see the low 80s. We will be there coming up later on this afternoon. For your overnight lows, we tend to see air temperatures drop down into the low 60s. Well, tonight, we may get a little bit cooler than that, and that will increase the comfortability factor. Lower humidity comes with lower overnight lows. So dipping down into the 50s will make it feel a little bit more comfortable than, say, if we stayed in the low to mid 60s. But through today, again, cloud cover will come and go, looking at mostly sunny skies for your Tuesday. And then here we are, Tuesday, 5 p.m. And again, models trying to give us maybe a stray shower or two, again, along the outer banks. For those areas that, again, are experiencing a little bit of that higher humidity, that's where I think we can maybe see a stray shower or two. Right now, rain chance for today set at about 20%, but really it is focused over those coastal areas from Hatteras northward towards the Albemarle Sound. Coming up for tomorrow morning, partly to mostly sunny skies, but then cloud cover will gradually thicken up through the day, leaving us with a mostly cloudy outlook for your Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday evening. This will transition into a better opportunity for not only more clouds, but even more rain coming up for the end of the week. At this point, Mother's Day still looking pretty good. 75-degree air temperature, partly to mostly sunny skies, but there is that 20% chance of rain. I do note that your humidity also going to be relatively low coming in on Sunday and even Saturday for that matter. So very comfortable to be outside. I would have a plan B, a backup plan, just in case you are planning on maybe doing something outside with mom, taking her for a walk on the beach, maybe searching for some shells. Who knows? Whatever you have planned outside, that 20% chance, I would just have a plan B in your back pocket in case the worst does happen and we do start to see maybe some thunderstorms roll over where you were planning to be. That's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday.